Hello everybody, welcome to the Three Lotus Tarot, and for those of you who are coming back, thank you so much for being here again. Today we are going to ask your future self, what is their life like there in the future, and what advice do they have for the present you? Ooh, I'm so excited about this one. And today we're going to use the Modern Spellcasters Tarot for our main deck, and then finish off with the Archangel Power Oracle deck. Okay, so without further ado, let's get your piles up. Wow, first of all, we're gonna start out with the Sun. The Sun with this aptly colored white ring holder. Pile 1. Pile 2 will be the King of Cups with the purple ring holder. And then we also have pile 3, which is the Moon. You know what, guys? I have been seeing the Moon since just now when I was shuffling the whole deck. I've been seeing the Moon so many times. I wonder what it is that's hidden from us. So the Moon for pile 3 together with this very mystical looking black ring holder. I love this one. This one is a new one. Okay, so take a look at which one calls your name. The question is, what is your future self's life like, and what advice do they have for the present you? Pile 1, Pile 2, Pile 3. Please go to the timestamps in the description box below and choose your pile. I'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1. You have chosen the Sun card. Beautiful Sun card. Happy Sun card with the white ring holder. So the Sun card for the question of what is your future self's life like immediately gives me such a glowy, warm, luxurious feeling. You know, so here you have a woman who's sitting here happy and content, it looks like, with her 2 children, watching the future. Okay, you've got a ship coming in, you've got sunflowers all abloom, and you've got the future sitting right here together with her, and she's weaving like Rumpelstiltskin's story, weaving strands of gold. Oh, that's like intuitively what I'm getting from your future self. Okay, let's see now, what is your future self's life like besides what we already see from the first card itself, Pile 1. Okay, guys, from the universe, light and source, angels, and my higher self, can we please get to know what is Pile 1's future self's life like? What is Pile 1's future self's life like? There's too many cards. Okay. Right. Let's take a look. We have the King of Swords. Let me make it clear for you because the light is reflecting off the cards. Let me make it clear. Oh, 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords looks like, can you see, he looks like he's wearing a crown. So he was in a position of power. And then the swords got him. Oh, you also have the Tower card. So Pile 1, what it looks like to me is that from now, from your current self to your future self. Now, mind you, your future self's life ends up good, ends up golden, full of potential, with ships coming in, happiness, growth, abundance. But in the period to getting there, pile 1, I see that you were in a position of power or in a position of influence, or that you felt secure in yourself, in your own capabilities. You felt like, okay, I'm stable, I am here, I am accomplished, I'm intelligent, I can wield the sword pretty well. So you're confident, you're very self-confident of what you can do, your intellect, as well as just overall in your life. You're feeling very stable. Okay, even your throne here has like these fierce looking, I was gonna say gargoyles, but gargoyles only exist on buildings, right? But look, they're like the wolf's head, and they're like, ah. So that is the feeling that I get for the person or the personality that you were showing others. So you're somebody fierce, I think, somebody rather aggressive. Okay, if you're not that now, that is what you will be coming soon, on the way to this future self. Okay, but something happened, something quite drastic happened to you. The 10 of Swords came along, and just now I mentioned this, like, this is the king, right? So in the 10 of Swords, he's not always the king. But see, he's wearing the exact same crown, like with the piercing thorns, right? And earlier I did say, like, he was a person of power, of influence before the swords got him. So I have a feeling that there may be some underhanded events that took place that perhaps you were unaware of, you did not expect, but they came and they stabbed you in the back, and it was a terrible heavy blow for you. And your wolves who are your allies came to check on you. They're not trying to harm you, but they came to check on you. So you do still have allies. When this happens, you do have people who still care for you, people who want to come and check on you. Is he okay? How can I help him? Whilst this heavy burden got you down, right? And we can even see here the tower. It's a crazy big transformation that happens. It's chaotic, and it may be quite drastic. Okay, so the lightning has hit this tower at the top. Somebody's falling down. Look, you may have tried to find a way. You may have actually found a way to get out of this big situation or chaos. But when you found a way out, there was something else that was waiting for you. There was another thing that was going to heap salt onto injury. So it wasn't the easiest. It's not the easiest of journeys here, but you were in a position of strength. You believed in yourself. There was power, there was influence, there was self-belief, and then this happened. Okay, this happened, but let's see, when this happened, what life lessons, what lessons did you learn from the 10 of Swords and the Tower episode? What lessons did Pile 1 learn from the Tower and the 10 of Swords? Interesting. So firstly, we have the Judgment card for you, Pile 1. Remember the question. The question was, what did Pile 1 learn from the 10 of Swords and the Tower events? So Judgment, Death. Big energies. The Chariot. Guys, we have 4 cards. 3 cards are now major arcana. That was a major event that happened to you. I mean, we know from the Tower card, the Tower is major transformation, major change. Okay. Okay, the last card that came out for you for this question was Seven of Pentacles. I see this. Okay. I understand this completely. So pile one, I want to tell you that when the Ten of Swords and the Tower happened, it was a big, big impact to you. Very, very big. And it was a moment of reckoning for you, because judgment is all about when the time of reckoning comes, when the call happens to you, then, you, all that you have done in the past, your karma, your past deeds, your past decisions, all come back to speak on your behalf. Are you worthy, and are you going to rise? So do you have the strength to rise? Do you have the strength of good karma that will help you rise in this moment of judgment, in this moment of reckoning? Or will you fall? So it is up to you to choose, pile one. But look at the rest of your cards. You had a moment of reckoning when this happened, and you were so down from this position of power and influence. You were attacked. Okay, you were attacked. There was a big disastrous thing that happened, and then it was that moment for you. Does pile one summon up the energy and the inspiration or the strength to rise again, or give up? And then we see you have the Death card and the Chariot. So the Death card is not physical death, it is transformation, it is change. You are shedding, you have that opportunity to shed what is the old you and come out anew. And when this is put together with the Chariot, I see that it was a very powerful, inspired, blessed transformation that was happening after the reckoning. So you obviously, pile one, found the courage and the strength to cast off what was old and forge forward ahead to the future. And you took the time to learn anew, to rebuild yourself. This is Seven of Pentacles is telling me about rebuilding, taking that time to water the seedlings again, so that your tree will grow again and your fruits can come into labor. So it looks to me, pile one, that this you may have been a little bit used or comfortable. You got comfortable in your position of power. You may have had that energy of being too aggressive, or not having empathy for anybody else. Perhaps, okay? But then something happened that really shook your world. There may have been something completely you were unaware of, you did not expect. So it came as wounds in the back. But in that time, you rose again to transform yourself and rebuild your life, or rebuild your personality, or rebuild your approach to life. And that is how you end up with a future self's life that looks like the sun. I mean, the sun on its own tells you, right? The sun on its own tells you what is in store for you. Okay, so let me also get, what is pile one's future self's advice for them? What is pile one's future self's advice for pile one? Right. Okay, so this card came out in the reverse, the 10 of Wands. This is your future self's advice to you, the 10 of Wands in reverse. So don't let things get you too far down. Hold on 1 second, I have to cover this up. Okay, don't let the burdens get too heavy. Don't, and it comes on top of the reckoning card, right? Judgment. It comes on top of judgment. Don't get too downed by it all. Okay, you have strength, you have transformative powers and potential. Okay, so that's why this is in reverse, the 10 of Wands. Don't let things get you too down. Don't let the burden feel too heavy that you can't get yourself up again. And then lo and behold, you've got strength here. I had to close this off. Strength, Pile 1. So remember, your advice is to be strong and know that there is end in sight. It will not be bad forever. It will not be chaotic, destructive forever. Just hold on, have strength. And you also have the Hierophant. Wow. So again, major arcana, so many major arcana, Pile 1. So I'm very thankful that Pile 1, you came to this reading, because I think there are so many important messages that are coming out for you. Because just look at the number of major arcana is more than half of all the cards that we have got out here for you. So the Hierophant is about structured, man-made organizations, established institutions in our 3D world, or a mentor, or a guide, somebody who you can look to for, okay, how should it go? The thing though is that with this Hierophant card, look, the Hierophant has a piece of like paper or something covering up his face, and this speaks to me as, don't only take established norms or established rules to guide you as you transform yourself and rebuild yourself. Don't only be curtailed or boxed in by what has been done before, what is I think that's usually what people do. Nobody ever does that. I can't do that. No, I think your future self is advising you with this particular Hierophant card. Don't do what is normally done. Don't be boxed in by the societal norms, by what people expect of you, by opinions of others, but strive your own way. Have strength to change, forge out into rebuilding yourself. Take the time that you need. Don't rush it. You don't have to rush it. And I really hope, since suddenly this thought came to me, since you were in a position of power before, it came to me that you may feel a little bit, oh, I'm embarrassed, or oh my goodness, how am I gonna face everybody? Like I was like in such a powerful position, and then I got struck down. So oh, I can't show my face to other people. No, don't think like that, because you have Death and you have the Chariot card, and if you've decided to forge ahead with the Chariot card, you know that at the end of the day, your future self lives this life. And all you need to do is keep being strong. When change is required, change is required. Just do it. Forge ahead. Take the time that you need. Don't be boxed in by societal norms. And always and always and always believe in yourself. Have strength. Believe in yourself and have strength. Pile 1. That is amazing. And if you do that, you know, and you were the King of Swords, right? So you have that intelligence, you have the experience. The only thing is that, you know, you might, as you change and transform, you know, you might look at what has gone on before and what caused a Ten of Swords and a Tower moment for you, and see how you can tweak your personality or your approaches to make things better the second time around. Okay, now let's finish off with an Archangel Power Oracle deck. Let's see what you are advised. Also, one last piece of advice from the angels. What is one piece of advice for pile 1? Oh, 10 of Raphael. Pile 1. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. The 10 of Raphael is the 10 of Cups. And I think that it really speaks a lot for your future self and your future life. So pile 1, I'm going to leave this here with you. This has been an amazing reading. It's been a little bit long, but that's what I'm going to leave you with. If you like this reading and you found it helpful, let me know. Write me a comment. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, The Three Lotus Tarot, if you enjoy readings like this one and you want to know every time I upload a video. Until the next time, pile 1, bye-bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the King of Cups as well as the purple ring holder. Let's put your card right here. And before we get the other cards to round out your reading for what is my future self's life like and what advice does my future self have for me, firstly, I want to tell you that I was very, very drawn to the happy face of the King of Cups in your protagonist card. That is the first thing, and that is the biggest thing that jumps out to me. He's happy. He's so happy. And I think that your future self is going to live a life that is fulfilled, because this is what this guy makes me feel fulfilled, contented. I've lived a grand old life. I'm still healthy though. My body's working well. And generally, I feel quite on top of the world. Like I've got everything under control. A lot of aspects of my life are happy. And all I want to do is smile. So he's smiling away. And now let's get the rest of your cards. What is pile 2's future self's life like? What is pile 2's future self's life like? Can we please get some clear guided messages for what is pile 2's future self's life like? What is pile 2's future self's life like? Let's look at these cards first. The Knight of Wands, pile 2. You have the Knight of Wands as well as the Sun. See, the King of Cups, pile 2. He's happy. He's happy. His life is beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's warm, it's full of love, you know, and he does feel this card came out for pile 1 as well, and I was really seeing these two babies here, right? And they spell to me the future. So this guy, you know, your future self, even though he's lived a good long life, you know, he still has hope and he still looks forward to the future. He still has eagerness. Yes, eagerness, because he does have a fantastic life. That's why he's so happy. He has a fantastic life. He has a lot to look forward to still, even though he is growing older, chronologically or biologically, right? That's what I see very well. And guys, when I say he, I'm just referring to the visual here in this picture. Of course, if you're female, if you're male, whatever you identify as, you know, I'm talking about you, pal, too. Okay, so it's a happy life, it's a great life. And Knight of Wands just tells me that even in the future, even at this, as you grow older, you still have a lot of curiosity, a lot of thirst for life, and you're willing to go try different things. You know the movie The Titanic, and Rose, the female lead, at the end of the movie, we see that, you know, Jack fell off the giant door and died in the frigid, freezing waters of the ocean. But Rose went on to live a very, very full life. And you know, she what did she do? She rode a horse, you know, with legs across the saddle. I think she flew a plane as well. So this is the feeling that I get from your energy, your future self's energy, Paltu, that no matter your age or no matter your situation in life, you never lose that thirst for life. You're always out there. Yes, I'm ready to try something out. And you have a lot of curiosity. You're willing, you're enthusiastic. And there's a big, bigger than life energy about you, Pal 2. Right, what else? What else about Pal 2's future self's life? What else can we go? Pal 2's future self's life. Okay, 3 cards. I'm gonna not take 3 cards, too many. What is Pal 2's future self's life like? Okay, it's okay. Let's take a look at these cards first. Okay, let me do this. Oh, and I should. Okay, so we've got the Strength card here. Your future life, Strength card next to the Sun. That's amazing. That's why your energy is so strong. Even like now, your future self's like really just coming in here and sharing this energy with me. You know, I feel like I could say this and do that, and wow, you know. The 9 of Wands. You have the 9 of Wands. I think that this means the 9 of Wands is about, you know, really taking the fight for a long time. Really, you're almost at your wit's end. This is close to the energy of the 10 of Wands, but it also means that you're nearing the end of the struggle or the fight. But what this actually tells me, Pal 2, sorry. Ooh, I wonder if you should also look at Pal 1. No, the energies are very different between Pal 1 and you. So the 9 of Wands just tells me that, you know, all your life you have been like this. All your life you have been this happy, contagious, energetic person. And that's why even as you age into your future self, you continue to be as such, and you continue to keep that it's a luxury, you know, it's a luxury to be able to feel this way, to be able to house these emotions as you do, Pal 2. So I'm very happy for you, and I think you're really, really blessed that, you know, all this time throughout your life, you do have this energy. Okay, so does your future self, Pal 2, have any advice for you? What is Pal 2's future self's advice for them? What is pile 2's future self's advice for them? One more card. So, pile 2, you have the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. You have the Seven of Swords. You have the High Priestess. So I've got a couple of messages that are coming through with the Seven of Swords. Let me talk about those first. The Seven of Swords can be that your future self is advising you to be aware or be cognizant of the potential for underhandedness around you. Now, because you are this happy energy, you may not understand why there are people out there who sometimes feel that they need to be underhanded or they need to be tricksy with people. So you may not, so because you don't understand that, or because you don't see a need for that in your own life, you may not be able to recognize it if somebody's doing it to you or if other people are doing it to you. So firstly, one message with the Seven of Swords is that your future self is advising you, whilst you are happy and contented and confident and bright and cheery in your life, as you go along and live your life, be aware that there could be people who are underhanded, who are tricksy, or there are things happening below the surface that you may need to dig more. Don't just take people's word for things. So be aware of that. Okay, so that is the first message. Wow, what was the second message? Let me remember. Okay, so the second message was in conjunction with the High Priestess. So I feel that the second message, pile 2, is your future self telling you that if you're ever in a space where you're unsure, and you're trying to figure out, do I do this? Do I do that? Which one's better? I'm not sure. When you have a situation like that, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut. The High Priestess will be there to guide you. The High Priestess will be there to help you. So if you're ever unsure, just listen to your gut and your intuition, and you will be shown the way. Okay, and now coming to the Knight of Pentacles. So again, that same energy of the Knight of Wands. So you have that thirst for life in the 3D world. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight. Even though he's all about forward movement, he's all about action, but he does take some time to think about things. So whilst you are this happy, exuberant, lively personality, you want to try this, you want to try that, your future self is advising you that sometimes you got to rein in that enthusiasm a little bit. Just rein it in a little bit. Control yourself a little bit. Take the time to think things through, so that you're not just rushing headlong into any situation. If you don't watch other people, if you're not paying real attention to the situation around you, there may be trickery, there may be underhandedness going on around you. So take some time to study the situation, study the people, listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, so that you will know how to address certain events that come up in your life. Okay, that is very, very sound advice. All right, now pile 2, I'm going to close off your reading with an Archangel Power Oracle card. What advice does the angels have for pile 2? 2. What advice do the angels have for pile 2 as they forge ahead? What advice do the angels have for pile 2 as they forge ahead? So I got your future self's advice for you, and now we're going to see what the angels also advise you. Okay, 7 of Michael. Let's take a look at the imagery. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So look, you're walking along the woods, you're walking along this path, you're alone, and Archangel Michael appears to you to guide you, to lead you, to help you, to advise you. There is a better course of action available. Review all the details. So I'm going to move these cards along because I feel that the 7 of Michael really resonate with what your future self has also advised you, which is to take the time, take the effort to review, to watch, to pay attention to people around you or events around you, so that you don't just too enthusiastically rush headlong into something. Review the details, and especially if there are times, there may be special times in your life where you feel something, where you feel like there's a voice in your head or some feeling that's telling you, pile 2, watch out, that person's a bit dodgy, or this situation, should I check this out or check that out? If you have gut feeling like that, inklings like that, pay attention, because it may be your intuition telling you that something's not right. Archangel Michael may be guiding you, helping you to review all the details, making sure that you do the work that's necessary, pay the attention that's necessary, be a little bit more meticulous, and also taking into account your future self's advice, which is to be a little bit slower. The Knight of Pentacles, that's a good card coming in conjunction with the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is all about creativity, is about enthusiasm, charisma, confidence, right? Courage. But they could become too impetuous or too reckless sometimes. So the Knight of Pentacles coming in and tempering the energy of the Knight of Wands is just so balanced. It keeps you, pile 2, balanced. Perfect. Okay, so pile 2, I'm going to leave you with those very salient words of advice from your future self. I hope that you have really enjoyed this reading, and I hope that it's given you a good insight into how to safeguard your journey, how to prepare for your journey as you travel on to become your future self and live that wonderful, beautiful, contented life that you have waiting for you. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my video make the rounds. It really helps my channel grow too. Please subscribe to the 3 Lotus Tarot. I really look forward to bringing a lot of these readings out for you. And if you like more readings like this one, or if you have a specific topic that you'd like me to read on, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try my best to see whether we can do those soon. Okay, and until the next one, bye. Hello, pile 3. You have chosen the Moon and I like to call this the mystical black ring holder. I love this ring holder, and I think it really goes so well with the moon. So as I was saying in the beginning, this card came out so much when I was pre-shuffling the deck in order to start the reading. And I was just wondering like, how is this going to feature? So it looks like it's come for you, pile 3. And whilst we get the rest of our cards to round out your reading, I just want to say that the biggest thing that's standing out to me in this card is this big giant moon. It is so bright, and it's got these spears coming out of it that just makes me think of the sun. So whilst it's the moon, it's making me think of the sun, and I'm wondering if that is your future self's way of telling me that not everything will be revealed, or maybe some things are not yet really defined, because it depends so much on how you evolve on your journey to becoming your future self. But the biggest thing that you ought to pay attention to is that, look at this sign here. You've got that, let me show you this, okay? You've got this round circle here, and then you've got this crescent moon here and here. And this is the sign of the High Priestess. It's on the classic High Priestess card. This is telling me that whilst you are on this journey, maybe you're not allowed to know so much information about your future self at the moment, because you have to choose the path of evolution. There is a lesson that you have to learn that is going to contribute and make your future self your future self. And it is important for you to pay attention to your dreams, but also at the bottom foundation of it all, pile 3, pay attention to your intuition, because the High Priestess symbol is so big in this card. And whilst that moon reminds me of the sun, I think that there is a good thing in store for you as you walk that journey of evolution. It is a good experience for you, because it will help you learn and develop yourself, your soul, into what is needed. You will learn the lesson that you are here to learn. Okay, so as we say that, can we get more cards for what pile 3's future self's life is like? What is pile 3's future self's life? What is pile 3's future self's life? Let's take these cards. Beautiful. You've got the star card, pile 3. You've got the world, and the Two of Wands. Ooh, pile 3. I'm wondering if you are here now, is like, like you're an old soul, and this may be your last incarnation for you to learn a final lesson, and then the whole journey of learning is over, because the world is symbolic of you completing a cycle, completing a phase. And it may be that phase for your soul, because once you have achieved and learned what you are in this carnation to learn, finally it comes one big circle and you are done. And you will have to then learn to plan for the next thing that is in the plan, or in the agenda, or in the timeline for your soul. Wow, that's a first reading that we've had with this kind of message. So the star card, you see, and that's why we may not know everything that there is. We may not know, we're not allowed to know too much information, because you are here to learn that lesson. You are here to experience the events that are happening, and then you have to make the decisions, because we still have free will. Yeah, and I've said this many times before, the cards are indicative of what could happen based on our energies at the moment, based on our karma, based on different decisions that we make, and we have free will to make certain decisions. So the future is not set in stone, and that's why, you know, there is evolution for you, and your future self is not here to tell you exactly what it will look like, exactly what that road will look like, exactly what you will turn out to be, what your life is going to be, because that is the lesson that you have to learn. That is the experience that you have to go through, and once that is achieved, it will close off a cycle for you. So it may be a last incarnation if you learn this lesson and finish off the cycle, and then you'll be able to go on and do the next thing that your soul wants to do. Ooh, so okay, let's see, is there anything else we can know about pile 3's future self's life? Is there anything else we can know about pile 3's future self's life? See, the Ace of Wands came out in reverse. Very, very obviously, you saw it come out like that, right? So I take this to mean, and I'm going to keep it in the reverse, even though I don't normally read reverse, but I'm going to keep it in reverse when I'm called to. And this is indicative to me that yes, when you finish, if you've learned this lesson that you're here to learn, and you finish off the cycle, there will not be another start on this earthly plane for you. You will have finished this. Okay, so since we're not going to get much more about your future self's life, let's ask your future self's advice. What does pile 3's future self advise them now? What is pile 3's future self's advice for them now? See, all the cards are coming out now. Okay. So, oh, there are 2 cards here. Right. So first of all, 2 of Swords. What is your future self's advice for you? I'm going to put this up here. What is your future self's advice for you? 2 of Swords in conjunction with the Star. So you may have 2 decisions, 2 pathways, 2 opportunities, or 2 options, and you'll have to choose. 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups. So many 2s. 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. So you see, if you do learn this lesson and you finish off that cycle, that's it. There's no need for you to spend more time on this earthly plane. And the advice for you is to close off this cycle. The advice is the 8 of Swords. Please do close off the cycle. Okay, so we see you have the 2 of Swords. Advice for you, there will be an important decision that you have to make. 2 of Swords is always about decision. In the classic card, the eyes are blindfolded, but you are not here. So the advice is, it looks like you will know what is a clear choice in the decision that you have to make, but a decision point will come to you. You probably, looks like you will make the right choice, and if you make that right choice, you know, you're going to go on a journey where you do learn what it is that you are here to learn. The 2 of Cups, there is duality, but also a companionable duality, a duality that gels, that matches, that meshes. So from a divergent path, well, you know, you have two choices. Whatever path when you have two choices, whatever path it is that you choose, let's say you choose this path, that will bring a Two of Cups energy with you. So there will be a matching, a good match, a good oh my gosh, I can't find the word, like a good companionable, correct pair. Okay, and you are advised to take heed of a certain communication that comes into you. The Page of Swords. The page is usually signifying communication or a younger energy. So you are advised to pay attention to some communication that comes in, or a younger person may be there to give their opinion. So take into consideration this opinion from the younger person, or don't dismiss them just because, oh, you know, you're too young, you're inexperienced, you don't know what you're talking about, I know better. So take heed. You are advised to pay attention to either some communication that's coming in to you when you are facing this decision, or there is a younger person who can give valuable input or a valuable perspective that will then help you make this decision. You see, the Page of Swords also is in conjunction with the Two of Wands, which is about planning, which is about understanding the situation, looking to the future, and, you know, choosing one thing. See, like he's looking at this bird or this wand on this side. So when you have this two options here, pay attention and you will know which decision to make, and with that decision there will be happiness, there will be a matching, there will be a correctness about that decision that is made. Okay, so that is your future self's advice to you, pile 3. We don't have too much information because you are meant to learn this lesson, but I believe that it looks like you will, because your eyes are open, not blindfolded. Okay, and it will happen. This will come to pass. This decision, the correct decision, will come to pass. All right, so now let's close off with some advice from the angels. What do the angels advise pile 3 as they go forward now? What do the angels advise pile 3 as they go forth on their journey? What do the angels advise pile 3 as they go off on their journey? So you have your future self's advice, and now you have, the advice from the angels is the High Priestess card. Powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Look at that. Look at that picture there. There's a lot of calm, there's strength, there's confidence, there's a serenity in that being, because this angel really resonates confidence and peace, calm. Okay, I just realized that I repeated that, be at peace. Okay, so I'm going to put this card here for you, pile 3. You may be somebody who is already in touch with your intuition. You may be somebody who pays a lot of attention to your intuition. If you don't meditate now, And if you feel a call to it, go ahead and start, because it says here the angels are advising you reflection and meditation provides you valuable information, and that may be how you know what to do when the time comes. And be at peace. Don't worry about anything, even though we don't have so much information about this journey that you're going to go through. But be at peace. Listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, meditate, and different downloads, different insights may come to you. Amazing. Okay, so pile 3 looks like the mystical ring holder jives so well with your reading, huh? Okay, I'm so glad to have had you here, pile 3, and I hope you really like the reading. And I do encourage you to subscribe to my channel, the 3 Lotus Tarot, because I'd like to share more readings like this one for you. Please give me a thumbs up if this reading has been helpful for you. Leave me a comment if you have any particular topics you'd like me to do a tarot read on. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye.